Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm back from Jamaica now, back from holiday. Unfortunately, the sun is not shining in London today. It's a bit gloomy, but it's okay because I've got some awesome meal prep ideas lined up for you today. The concept behind this video was to create meal prep boxes, and when I think of like meal prep boxes, I think of like lean protein, good healthy carbs, and then just veg. No complications, just really simple, healthy recipes. They're all gonna be low calorie as well and quite low in carb because that kind of reflects my diet at the moment. I've even got some pescatarian. There's two pescatarian options, one tuna, one salmon, and then a chicken and a beef one. I was gonna throw in a vegan one, but I'm actually gonna do a whole separate vegan meal prep video probably next week, so keep an eye out for that. I'm sorry vegans, I've been completely neglecting you, but I'm not a vegan, so it's difficult for me to kind of think up of high protein vegan meal prep ideas, but next week. So yes, let's get into this video. I'm excited to share these recipes with you, so let's do it. First up, we have some salmon.
We have some
delivery.
salmon.
Is there a service that delivers food for you?
Yeah, there probably is actually.
Called Megan Grubb. Anyway, first recipe, I'm doing jerk chicken and sweet potato. I was just in Jamaica, so felt very inspired. If you watch my vlog, you'll know we went to the jerk shack and had pretty much jerk chicken and sweet potato every day. So I was craving that when I got back. This isn't going to be typical Jamaican. My jerk chicken's not going to be marinated the same as Jamaicans do it. I'm just doing a quick and healthy option. But yeah, so let's just show you what's going on. I think there's about 750 grams of sweet potatoes there. We just need to transfer them onto a baking tray. So they're on the baking tray. I'm not going to measure this out, but this is going to be about a tablespoon of olive oil, and then you just want to mix that into the sweet potatoes. Make sure each edge of each sweet potato has got some olive oil on it. So they're ready. I'm just going to season them with salt very quickly. Okay, so I've got my oven on 200 degrees Celsius. Just going to pop these in the oven for about 45 minutes. So whilst those are cooking, we've got our chicken over here. So there's about 450 grams of chicken. I've sliced them up into kind of strips about that big, as you can see. And then I've got half a lime, which I'm gonna juice. Oh, I've got a cut on my hand, that's hurting. And then to that chicken, add about a tablespoon of honey. And then we have this jerk seasoning, which I've been using quite a lot recently. And then we just wanna put that on there. I guess it's probably about a tablespoon, maybe a tiny bit more. Now, as I said, this is not the traditional way to make like Jamaican jerk chicken. This is just a really quick, easy, simple and healthy way to do it. So we can just cover that and set it aside, and then when there's about 10 minutes left for the sweet potatoes in the oven, we're going to griddle this. And maybe once or twice whilst your sweet potatoes are cooking, just bring them out and flip them all, make sure they're all cooking nice and evenly. Sweet potatoes have been in there for 45 minutes. Time now to get that jerk chicken on the go. So it's on quite a high heat. I'm going to turn it down when the chicken goes on, and then I've got this steamer set up. This is for the asparagus. The griddle's getting really nice and hot. I'm going to spray it with our fry lights. Start putting the jerk chicken on. You want to allow it space to cook, and if you need to do the chicken in 2 goes, then so be it. You want to turn the chicken over when it kind of, you see the edges kind of getting a bit white. Looks like it might be a little bit too hot, so turn the heat down. There we go. Now you can even add like a little bit more seasoning, just a tiny bit. And now is a good time to add our asparagus tips. Are they all gonna fit in? Yes, lovely. Put a lid on it, they're gonna take about 5 minutes. And so your jerk chicken should come out looking something like this. Looks pretty good to me. And the taste is unbelievable. So ready to make up the meal prep boxes now. And there you go, jerk chicken, sweet potato meal prep box and asparagus tips. Awesome. Okay, so up next we have another really simple recipe. It's just gonna be tuna mayo with some sweet corn, and we're gonna bake some sweet potatoes. So it's gonna be like a loaded sweet potato jacket. I'm gonna show you how to do it now. And then a couple tablespoons of mayonnaise go in there too, and then you've got to give it a good mix up. Then I think I'd season that with a bit of pepper, maybe even some chili flakes. Oh, it's a bit much. Give that a good old mix up, and then set that aside and wait for your potatoes to come out of the oven. And then we're gonna make our jacket potatoes. Okay, so these jacket sweet potatoes look pretty much done. I think they've been in the oven for about an hour, but once they're kind of squidgy and you can poke your finger in them, it means they're done. But be careful because they are super, super hot. So I've allowed these to cool down for about 5 minutes, and what we actually want to do now is scoop out some of the center, and then you can either eat that or put it back into the box. Don't chuck it away because that's a waste. So you just want to scoop some out to make some room for the tuna mayo. And then, as you can see, I'm loading up these sweet potatoes with our tuna mayo mixture. Get as much as you can in there. Okay, so I got loads of tuna left over, so I'm just gonna keep heaping it on. Put a little bit of salad in the box to go along with your jacket sweet potato, tuna and sweet corn. It's gonna be banging. You could, if you wanted to push the boat out a little bit, add some grated cheddar on top, but I'm just gonna keep this super clean. Yeah, really, really good recipe. So, up next, we're going to be doing Chipotle steak bites with potato wedges. First of all, whack out your steak and just allow it to come to room temperature. And we've got a load of potatoes over here, so I'm gonna peel them. Okay, so that is about 1100 grams of potatoes. Gonna chop them up, and then once they're chopped up into wedges, place them in a large saucepan. Fill the saucepan with water. Once the water is boiling, parboil them for about 10 minutes. Whilst the potatoes are parboiling, we're going to prepare our steak. So I've got about 450 grams of rump steak in here. So I'm going to season it with some salt and pepper first. And then rather than messing around making our own Chipotle paste, I've actually just got this one from the co-op. So I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of this in. Got half a lime, which I'm going to squeeze over. Tiny bit of chili flakes, optional. Tablespoon of olive oil, and then you want to get your hands in there. Make sure the paste gets all over the steak. So that's nice and mixed in, so you can just set that aside. When the potato wedges are ready in the oven, we're going to get the steaks and we're going to cook them up. Drain your parboiled potatoes, transfer them to a baking tray. Now, I've learned the trick is that you need to give the wedges space, so I'm going to use 2 separate baking trays. I actually use this Nando's piri piri salt, which you may have seen. If you can't get hold of it, just use any kind of Cajun seasoning, any kind of spicy seasoning if you like, or just use salt. Find it crisps them up as well a bit. I don't know, I might be making that up. Got your good old 1 calorie fry light olive oil spray. So this is an opportunity to cut back on the calories. So if I was to use like a whole tablespoon of olive oil, it's gonna be more calories, more fat. But using this, you can just spray this on all over like that, and then put them in, and then halfway through we're just going to check on them, flip them, and then spray them again with that. So they're ready to go in the oven now for about maybe like 35 minutes, 40 minutes on 200 degrees. So they got 10 minutes, so let's get the steaks on. But that's ready for kale, so we're going to steam some kale. Tablespoon of olive oil on there. There we go. Ooh, hot. So after a couple of minutes, maybe between 2 or 3 minutes, flip the steak. Look at that. Lovely, jubbly. And then it needs a few more minutes on that side and it should be done. That's to make it medium rare. If you don't like medium rare, cook it a little bit longer, a few more minutes. So these are ready. You want to remove them, put them on your nice hedgehog chopping board. And you just need to leave the steak to rest for a few minutes before chopping it up. So the wedges are done. Looking lovely, golden and crisp. Considering I haven't really used any oil, just the olive oil spray, just a few sprays. They've come out really nice and crisp. Amazing. Now I'm gonna chop this up. Yeah, that's it all chopped up. You can see, nice and pink in the middle, and they taste delicious. And there you go, Chipotle steak bites, crispy wedges, steamed kale, and I've thrown in some sliced peppers over here as well. Looks amazing. Right, now time for our 4th and final recipe, and it's a salmon one. So we've got 4 salmon fillets in there, clove of garlic, we're gonna crush that, and then about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of honey, a little tiny slither of toasted sesame oil, and then you want to rub that in. Careful not to break the salmon fillets up. Just want to turn it over in the sauce. Lovely jubbly. and we can set that aside for a few minutes. 200 grams of couscous there. Put it in a large bowl. Got about 300 milliliters of boiled water. Give it a little stir, and then you just need to leave it for a few minutes, and the couscous absorbs up all the hot water and becomes nice and fluffy. Okay, you see how it's all nice and fluffed up now? Now we can start adding stuff to it, starting with a tablespoon of olive oil, cucumber. I've got a mixture of chopped cherry tomatoes and red pepper in there. Going to add some oregano, give it a nice bit of flavour, and then season with salt and pepper. 40 grams of raisins, 20 grams of sunflower seeds. Give that a really good mix up, and there you go. Now I'm really annoyed because I would definitely recommend squeezing a lemon into this too, make it even fresher, but I forgot to get it from the shop. So yeah, there you go, there's your couscous salad, and add a lemon. So over here we've got some kale going in. Put a lid on it, mate. And I need to get a pan. It's on a medium to low heat. A few sprays of olive oil, and then you get your salmon fillet. Make sure you put it down skin first. Cook on this side for about 5 minutes. Heat might be a little bit too low actually. Just monitor, if you see like it bubbling, it's good, but sometimes if you burn it, it becomes like really acrid. The honey and the soy sauce just really don't do well under high heat. And you've also got this sauce which you can pour on. So give your salmon fillets a flip. Should be like a little bit crispy on that side. That's perfect. I think they're ready, looking absolutely gorgeous. Go, that's it all boxed up, and a little bit of sesame seeds on the salmon. There we go. And then all the meal prep boxes together, gonna look like this. Blimey, I can't even fit it all on the worktop. So the jerk chicken and sweet potato here. Then we have the Chipotle steak bites with wedges. And then we have the fully loaded sweet potato loaded with tuna mayo and sweet corn. And then we have these salmon fillets over here with that fresh summery couscous salad. So there we have it, 4 ridiculously clean and delicious meal prep options. If you can get in the habit of eating meals like this every day, you're not just gonna look really good, you're gonna feel great inside and out. You're just gonna feel really healthy, and that's what I've found anyway. As always, comment below which meal prep option you like the looks of, and if you do try any of them out, send me a picture on Instagram and I'll repost it on my story. Like this video, give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel. I'm really enjoying doing the YouTube content at the moment. I'm gonna try and up my upload rate to 2 per week. So if I see the subscriber count going up, that's obviously gonna encourage me, and I can try and put out more helpful content for you guys. But yes, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you did find it helpful. Yeah, have a good week and goodbye.